Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Amuse Jester. My name is Junior. Today we're going to review Star Wars The Black Series 112 scale Moff Gideon. But this is the Dark Trooper armor. Now this is one I was really waiting for. And this is one of those armors that I'm going to be hunting for or waiting for in the Hot Toys version. Moff Gideon. I didn't really like his Imperial armor. But this one was very striking in the Mandalorian series. I know I have heard that people sometimes don't like season 3 of The Mandalorian, but I really actually kind of liked it because, I mean, honestly, that's the season where we started delving into the Mandalore lore, and we're getting back into it, and it's rebuilding that whole race. So I don't know why people don't like it. I guess they just wanted to concentrate on the Mandalorian itself, and Grogu. But this one, I really kind of like that they're expanding on that. So let me go ahead and open it up and see. Let's see what's going on. All right, so that's everything that he's coming out of the box. We have this. I guess this is the compacted version of this staff. I think. Yeah. So this corresponds to the body. This corresponds to the bottom, and then this corresponds to the tip. The expanded staff has a light effect that's going on over here. He's coming in with a small gun, the helmet, and of course the main body. We'll go ahead and do a close-up and let's look at everything individually in a much better sense. We'll do the accessories first with the expanded staff, I suppose. It's a little bit bent. Mine is. I believe this is cast in some sort of translucent plastic, and this part is painted. This part is painted. This is painted black, gray, and another black. But mine's slightly warped. This is the flame effect that you put on. I think we've seen this before somewhere. I suppose that's what you're doing with it. Maybe give us both so we can have it. Oh, no. I guess this is the pointy end of the staff. And here's the compacted version of the staff. Here's the small blaster that comes with him. This helmet is the money shot. This is what has been striking about this whole figure. This is the only reason this particular design of the armor, or the only part of the armor, that's what is so striking that I'm like, oh, I need to get this in the Hot Toys version. So here he is. Ah, man, I think this portrait is so cool. It really captures the face of the actor. The only thing I would say is it seems to be lacking in paint. Now, I know that the features of this actor is craggly enough that all these features that's going on with, let's say, for the cheekbone, this part of the mouth, his nose, his eyes have enough features to create this shadow that we're seeing here, right? But I really wish that they had added just slightly some sort of cheek blush over here, some here in the eye, something. Um, because like when you have it like that, that seems so bare. Like there's no plastic, especially around the eyes. I don't even see any kind of anything here in the eyelid. Weirdly enough, they did do enough on the paint on the hair to give him some gray, but as you can see, his facial features right here are so nice. That's why the sculpt is really successful, and I believe they did upgrade this face sculpt from his first version. So well done on that one on the sculpture, but too bad that they didn't just give a little bit more on the paint application. And look at the distinction. There's some sort of a light brownish hair compared to the rest of his hair over here. So I really like that. So here's the armor. Yeah, I really like this armor too. Definitely, definitely am hoping I'm gonna get lucky enough that I'll find this. Look, some little bits of armor in the knees over here in the Hot Toys version. I'm gonna wait because I'm not really into the character itself. It's just the design. It's just very striking to me. Here's the back with a jetpack. Yeah, really nice. All right, so we've looked at the figure close up. Well, before I put the helmet on, let's look at the articulation. So the head goes back pretty nicely, moves forward. Same type of articulation with the joint here in the top of the neck and the bottom of the neck. So that's good. And the design of this shoulder pad is what we've been seeing all along, where it's on a separate joint inside the shoulder. So you can rotate it with the shoulder if you want to. For a moment there I thought it wasn't, but yeah, it is. Again, because of that design, it's allowing you to do a T-pose unencumbered. Very well done. Is there a butterfly joint? Almost seems like there is, but there isn't. So the elbow bend is slightly above 90. It does have a twist on the elbow. The wrist has a twist, and this side of the wrist is an up and down. And this is, what is this going on? Is this, oh, it's one of those nice joints. So I was like wondering, it's able to go up and down and left and right. And it's so scary because I couldn't see any of the disc going on. So by chance I popped it, and it is. This is one of the new ball peg wrist that the connection that they have, and I really love it because it's able to give you an up and down, left and right, and everything all around. That is definitely an improvement in my view. For the articulation on the waist, I think mine's off-centered. So I'm going to center that a little bit. Okay, so it's got a connection here and here. And I think they're both ball joints. So you're able to do that much and that much. You can see that there is a connection underneath here. And look, he's able to move forward. And look at that bend on the back. That is awesome. This is the best articulated torso they've done so far. For the hip leg joint, goes up actually slightly above 90. But again, there is no cut on the thigh. So there's nothing to, I guess I will give them that. There's a slight twist on the thighs. But most importantly, is it is able to kick up straight. It doesn't twist it a little bit more. So that's good. Good on the sideways. Slightly only on the back. The knees is a single joint. I'm only going to give that a 90 because it looks like that's only a 90, but it does have a twist as well. For the ankle, you can go down pretty good and slightly on the up, I believe. Mine seems like it's just slightly stuck. There is an ankle rocker, as you can see. It just basically did a weird crunch like that. The backpack, from what I've seen, I can't remember which reviewer, I think it was Robo, could not pull this off. So I don't think this is designed to come off. It is really tight in there. And by the way, this armor, by the way, is a rubber overlay on top. So it's able to move. I really like this kind of armor that they put in, where there's a hard plastic underneath and a soft rubber. If they had put in a rubber, if they had put in a butterfly joint in this one, which is similar to this custom, what happened to her hair? To this custom figure that I got. I believe this is from Crazy Figure. because her chest is rubber and it's got a hard plastic underneath, um, you're able to do that much. Look at that, how much this goes in. This is really good. I'm kind of hoping they'll continue with this design, and add a butterfly joint, because I'm telling you guys, if this had had a butterfly joint inside there, this thing would be able to go in much better because of the plastic, the rubber plastic that they're doing over there. So definitely an improvement. So let's go ahead and put in his blaster in here and peg it. So that's good. And I suppose there's really nothing to put this on. And then we'll put in the helmet. Helmet completes it. I love this face, but I bought it for the armor. Okay, so the armor, you can still kind of see his flesh tone underneath. I guess I'm okay with that. You gotta push it down a little bit more, because otherwise it might fall off, and it's already a little bit loose. So just push it down a little bit, and I really like that. This definitely looks like a person in armor, even with the helmet on. I know the helmet looks a little bit big, but I believe that's fitting. God, I love this design. Even though I'm not willing to pay full price on the Hot Toys version of this one. Um, this is one of the reasons why I decided to get it from Black Series. It wasn't even a question when they announced it that I would get it. At least I have some sort of representation of this design in my collection. Plus, I've found that when I'm collecting Hot Toys, if I were to buy it in the Black Series version and I see it in hand, then it gives me an idea of like how much I would like it and how much I would be really invested in getting and pursuing the Hot Toys version. And that's why when I got this one, the what is this one? The Imperial Commando from The Mandalorian. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's like, man, I really, really like what's going on here, and I think I might have to get this one in the Hot Toys. So I'm not gonna pay full price for the Hot Toys. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for it. Okay, so value, pricing, base is 10 on the price, equaling to $24.95. Yes, I did pay full value on this one. It's a pre-order. The value in this one, though, unlike the Luminara Unduli, where I was okay with it and I gave her a 10, I'm gonna give this guy a 13. More than the average 12. I got more than what I wanted. The design is just so striking. I love the fact that they included that new ball joint going on with the wrist. It's adding so much more articulation, left, right, up, and down. I love the fact that they did this as a rubber overlay, because they could have easily have just casted this in hard plastic. I don't know why they're doing it, but I love that direction, because if they were to add that, I believe that by a butterfly joint, this thing, the fact that it's more flexible, it would be so much better. And this rubber overlay right here is already kind of stiff, a lot stiffer, I think, than what this figure uses. Maybe it's the same, and I would be willing, because this is the same material, and look at how much that flexes. Man, oh man, if they had just done a butterfly joint in this one, I bet you this would be able to do, this one would be able to go inward, and that would be amazing. Yes, it doesn't have a thigh cut, but I don't know what it is. Some figures that doesn't have a thigh cut is able to go up without it twisting like this. That's if it doesn't do that, then I'm more forgivable of it. But I just feel like, I guess the thigh cut, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed it doesn't have thigh cut, but in this case, it's understandable because it would cut this armor unless they're willing to do the armor in, and then the thigh actually sockets into this armor, which is probably quite an expensive way to do it. So yeah, value of 13. Yeah, it's I really like it. I'm very very happy that I got it. It's a very very menacing look for this figure. Yep, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys again soon and for my next review, and have a nice day. Bye.